I have a good one for you guys today. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing Wednesday. And let's go ahead and break down the news. So for those that did not see, it says breaking Intel stock INTC surges plus 7% after asking Apple to invest in its comeback bid. So now we're pumping stocks because they're asking to be invested in. So again, INTC has been a recent good performer. I want to first talk about the good. So, we can't go that far to talk about the good. I'm not in support of Intel. That's not why. Again, if you're new to my channel, what's going on, guys? It's Ricky. I don't like the stock. I don't believe in it. I think it's all hyped up. But current irrational markets support current irrational valuations. That's the best way that I can put it. $19 support, right? From $19, and that was just nearly 2 months ago, it has ran up 65%. Okay, so what's causing this uptick? A handful of different things, but strategic partnerships, partnering up supposedly with the US, having and giving them equity, and then based off of recent news, asking Apple to be invested in. To me, I thought this meme was well done because this is what it looks like. It's INTC is just begging to stay relevant. Apple does not need INTC. The reason Apple is who they are today is because they've been able to work around not having to depend on companies like Intel. Now, again, can they entertain conversation about a possible partnership? Sure, they did it with NVIDIA. It's all possible, especially in today's market. No question about that. Yeah, INTC has facilities in the US. That could be a possible, something for discussion. At the end of the day, the thing that I really want to hone in on is it is up over 7%, including the aftermarket session. It's closer to 8 to almost 9% on the day, 6.41, and then in total, 2.27. So an insane move, and it's based off of the hope that Apple can invest and will invest into Intel. The reason that this is bothersome is that there are fundamentally well-run companies that are not performing like this. But this just has the hype right now. And that's what I want you to understand. Intel does make sense as a good trade if you have a high risk, high reward type of tolerance, right? It's gained 65% in about less than 60 days. That is something to talk about. I can hate the stock all I want, but price action speaks for itself. There is opportunity there. That's the first thing that I want to say is that if you are trading Intel, I can see why, because price action and current market sentiment and direction are in your favor. I just want you to be aware that fundamentally, again, in any way that you twist it, I don't even want to talk about Intel losing $21 billion a year. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that it has a negative PE ratio. And the 21 billion that it's losing has been getting worse, right? I want to talk about the lack of growth from 2020 with its revenue and its declining revenue ever since then. These green bars, that's what it represents quarter after quarter from 2020 to today in 2025. Does this look like a growth company? No, just very simple. There's no reason to argue it. It's just the fact. It is not a growing company. It's a dying company. But yet you wouldn't think that with the price action. That's a red flag, right? If you look at its LTM, flow chart, you can see that the way that this company burns through money, $20 billion in net loss is what it reports or has reported in its past year. And it doesn't look like it's technically getting worse. Its revenue is still declining. Again, another red flag. So during the most innovative market during the most irrational market, Intel still isn't able to produce enough revenue to be profitable. During this insane time of, crazy valuations, Intel has been able to gain momentum with its price, which is often a leading indicator, but not with its actual fundamentals. So why am I saying all of this? It's for you to see through all the hype, is that if you are a good trader that has a high risk tolerance, I can see why you would be trading something like this. Direction is in your favor and opportunity is obviously very present with this. But if you are a beginner trader and you actually think that this thing is going to skyrocket, please be careful. I hope that this video just motivates you to ask questions and to dig and dive deeper, to see through the facade of this innovative company that all it's been doing lately is burning through capital. And again, this is during one of the most insanely overvalued markets. This is still a lack of growth company. Yeah, maybe what I'm saying is kind of harsh. Well, it's only really mean or harsh to people that don't want to accept the truth. There's nothing about what I said that isn't true. It is not a growth company. It's a company that loses $21 billion a year. And it's not a company that's new and innovative and, is just ramping up because, it's just getting started. Intel is an old dog in a new marketplace. And although it does have some infrastructure, in my opinion, it makes more sense to do without it than to partner with it. But we'll see. We'll see how things continue to develop for Intel. But if you've been familiar with Intel and its story, there's a reason it's been on a consistent decline, and it's had some rallies along the way, right? 2023 to 2024, it was short-lived and gave it all back, ended up making new lows. So I'm excited to see how long this rally lasts, how high we go, because that's still a possibility. It can go to maybe 40, 50, who knows, maybe $60 per share. All these pumps can happen, and technically speaking, there is no threshold on how high a pump and dump can go. With that being said, based off of its history, they never last. They never sustain itself because eventually, when fundamentals do matter and irrational markets no longer support irrational valuations, all these companies get reality checks. And just like we saw at the end of 2023 to the start of 2024, Intel lost 62% of its value, not taking into consideration the $62 price per share to the $23 price per share, which was another 62% retracement. So my question to you is, again, where do you think Intel is going? If you think that it's cheap, then maybe it is time to buy now at $30 per share, and hopefully it pays off for you. But again, if you are someone that can see and at least read its financial statements, you can see that it's not a growth company and most likely a short-lived pump during an irrational market that eventually will give it all back for those that don't take profits or become too over-leveraged at these overbought levels. Please be careful with what you are choosing to invest versus what you should actually just be trading for these short-lived rallies. I'm excited to talk a little bit more about this in tomorrow's live trading session. I felt like some of you guys would appreciate kind of like a deeper dive on why, again, just the markets continue to support such irrational valuations. I want to remind you that tomorrow is the initial claims and continuing claims report. There's also the GDP estimate that should all be released 1 hour before the market opens. We'll talk about this a little bit more in tomorrow's live trading session. And if you want to tune on in to watch me trade live, I do it every single morning right at market open. And it's the second link in the description down below. I appreciate your time. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.